gonna try this. It's not it's not any warmer than usual. It's 79 degrees outside right now. But we had a little uh, microstorm come through yesterday, and the microstorm put a lot of moisture on the ground here, and so there's a little bit of humidity. Oh, so we had a good walk though, didn't we? Blue says yes. We had a good walk there. Grandpa, I'm Grandpa. Ow, ow. Careful with those big claws, dude. You be careful. Okay, I will have something to drink here and get myself going. I hope you have something to get your morning going. Uh, always, some part of me says that I should have a good drink before I go off on my walks with these guys, but they are so energetic to get on out there and see the world that I wait until I get home. But it's nice when I finally get home and get one of these morning starters going. Yeah, I'm just hoping there's no Baloo's looking for the neighbor dogs to see if he can bark at them. Yeah, I see what you're doing. You be good boy. You be a good boy. You be a good boy. Don't tear my leg up though with your big old claws. Yeah, you be a good boy, okay? All right. So this week had a lot of uh, developments, a lot of stuff. But today I want to, so I don't want to be the news provider so much for AI, but to tell you more about from my situation, what I'm seeing, and it's personal usage and personal experience. Well, I should say personal and social experience because of people I know and their interactions with it. So I give it my things that I've seen, and then people that are like my coworkers or friends that used it. AI. Oh, his dew claws is sharp. His other claws they wear down on when you take them for a walk. The pavement rubs them down a little bit. Um, but his dew claw has a little bitty jet on it, and so when he hits me with that, where you're really digging in his foot, and he gets that dew claw in there, it'll actually uh, really catch. So I always worry about that one. You can feel it. It's so sharp. All right. So personal experience. Let's start with um, a cancellation of Runway AI. So I was on X and I was looking at some images, and somebody put up some images of the old style Conan the Barbarian and the his the classic big sword fighting something. And so I said, yeah, well, that'd be interesting to try and bring some of that to life. So I thought I'd go to Runway and do it. So the image was Conan the Barbarian fighting uh, evil female uh, monster. So I took that prompt and I put it into X and got an image, and it was, it had Conan with his sword, and she's like, ah. But she was the only difference was she had that jet black hair that some of those classic images had. She had uh, a red outfit on, and the red outfit um, uh, kind of gave that black red, and but she had this beautiful face with blue eyes. It had a really cool color to it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So then I went over and had another image created over on uh, ChatGPT, and it using that same text prompt, and they had a similar thing. It wasn't exactly the same by any stretch. It wasn't like It wasn't like a copy, but it had that again good color, and they had that. Uh, there's almost motion in the view. You can see her lunging at him, and him getting ready, and you can see that tension. It was really good images. So I said, let me see if I could take one of these and actually, like I said earlier, bring it to life, move so that she's actually lunging at him, and the sword's flashing through the air. So I went to Runway, and Runway said, nope, can't do it. It violates our content stuff filter. Okay. Maybe they misunderstood. Maybe because I said it was old style Conan, and some of those had uh, nudity in them. It was highly artistic nudity. It wasn't like a. So maybe it's because I, did Conan and stuff like that. So let me take these images that are definitely not showing any nudity. Just like I said, just had good. And I put them in there and said, just move this one, just move it. Nope, can't do it. It violates our content. I'm like, well, screw you guys. So I canceled my subscription to them because I was just a little tired of trying to work around something that doesn't have a direct, I don't even know what their their content. Yeah, that's the thing is you can't tell what the hell you did wrong. So I'm like, if you gotta put the clamps down that much, I'm just done with you. Yeah, you're not here for art. You're here for, uh, I guess, commercials. You can make a commercial on here. I don't want to make a commercial. I wanted to do something that was fun and interesting. So cancel my subscription there. And X is doing such a great job at images. I'm I took my Leonardo AI and took it from it. Well, I think I had the pro level, and I put it back down to the standard level, which is just got a few tokens, and I just left it there. I had nothing to do with Leonardo AI. I think they actually have a really good application and really good controls and stuff like that. It's just that I can I found myself using it less and less because there's so many other avenues to create something that's really nice. And uh, so X is becoming my news source for a lot of stuff. And Grok I use quite a bit because I'll hear something from somebody about, oh, so and so said something, or so and so's in trouble, or the Indonesians are planning a trade tariffs with China or something, any kind of news thing where I hear like a blurb, but I don't see context or content, or it's just somebody saying something off the cuff because they're talking about something else, but then they'll throw these other things in there that are supposedly facts. And we know how that is. It's usually uh, either facts that are, I say usually, because actually the majority of the time the facts are either taken out of context or they're leaving out something that's pertinent to why that is. Baloo, Baloo, no, Baloo, no. Please don't bark at them. You make a real caterwaul, okay? You do. You make such a caterwaul makes everybody in the neighborhood go, "Oh my God, what's happening?" You sound like you're dying, actually, Baloo. It sounds like you're fighting to the death with a dog. You are loud when it comes to those. That Pepper doesn't make that noise. Yes, Pepper barks at them, but she doesn't sound like she's dying. So I want you to stay up here with me. Yeah, let Pepper just see. She does a little. She barks back at him, but it's like a bark that's like a normal bark back. Yours is horrible. I know you're such a sweet dog too. I don't know what brings this out of you. That caterwaul of yours is just rough. So you stay here with me, buddy. Uh, anyway, so let me talk about some other stuff while I'm trying to pet the dog and keep him from making too much of a hoopla. So, um, Pepper, Pepper, leave her. Hey, Pepper, come here. Come here. You better come over here with me and Baloo. Yes. You stay over here with me and Baloo. Yes. We'll stay right here, right, Baloo? Yes. Um, okay. Well, I need to get going because there's a lot of stuff that happened with me with AI. So I get to work, and at work, I've been using AI to help me diagnose problems, write my pull requests, lots of like that. Uh, I heard I have two bosses. I have a boss that is in charge, oversees the software team, and then I have another boss who oversees the product area. And evidently, they had dinner together. And when they had dinner together, they said, "Hey, does Glenn do software development anymore? Or is the AI doing it all for him?" And so that was the product boss, and my software boss says, "Yeah, I think he does let the AI do it all, but it's okay because it's his code's better and his pull requests are better and everything's better." So, anyways, I know both of them very well, so I know that they're just joking around, but it's true. I do use it a lot. So anyway, when I was there, I want you to stay with me. Stay with me, buddy. Uh, Pepper, you're done. That's it. You're done. Okay? Okay. Good boy. Yes, you were. You were a good boy. You listened to Grandpa and came over here to stay with me. All right. It looks like they're done doing their business outside, so we might be all clear. So anyway, I had a lunch with a bunch of other developers, and we got around to the topic of AI and using it. And one guy was it's funny. We still want to be. We're not sure how other people will react to us using AI. So he was discussing that there was a problem with one of the software systems where it was sending data. between these different pieces of software. And the I can't remember what it was that was transmitting the data, but the window, the context window, and as an AI, was too small, and so it was trimming off part of the data before it sent it, and that was what was blowing things up. Is that window needed to be a little bigger? So he was online, and it was a big deal, and he's sitting there fixing it, and there's all these other people on there, and he's presenting so they can see his desktop. And once he figured out that, oh, here's what's going on, you can see where it got cut off, and if I select what was sent, there's he could tell how much data was transmitted, and he saw, oh, that's this thing, it matches. So that's what's causing the cutoff. So now the question is, how do you increase it? Well, before you know, he wanted to get it done quickly, but he didn't want anybody to see that he was using an AI. So he's like, got his window up, and he's like, "Hey, everybody, hold on," and he pops it off to the side. He's over here. How do I increase the window size with a configuration change? Please explain the steps. So the AI told him, here's where you change it, and whether you had to recycle something or restart anything. And it gave him all the information, and it was perfect. And he came back over and said, "This is what we need to do." But he was a little afraid of doing that in front of them because uh, we still have a little bit of a stigmatism about whether this is a real tool. If he was using um, Excel or uh, a software tool like VS Code, people would be probably a little more accepting. But anyways, it worked perfectly, and he was very happy about it, and it solved the problem, and everything started working again. Yes, it was okay, Baloo. Everything worked again. Yes, everybody was okay. So then the next thing he mentioned to me, and see, that's why I said it's not just my personal, but it's my friends and stuff like that. He um, he said that the lady that he worked with, she's very smart, and she understands what needs to be done uh, in her area, and she gives him here's what we need to do kind of instructions, and here's the requirements of what needs to happen. And he says, but when she writes them out, they are not well done. There's things like double negatives, it's confusing statements, things that are out of reference. He has trouble reading them. And he asked her if she used AI, and she said, "No, no, I don't need AI to do this stuff." And she probably doesn't because her specific area, AI probably you'd have to give too much information to even get a benefit. But what he pointed out to her, and he did this in a nice way, he got this big blob of requirements, and he said, AI, can you rewrite this like a third grader could understand it? And that's good. He's working those prompts to explain to it what technical level to put it at. And it he says it came back as beautiful. Here's the fundamentals, here's some of the definitions, here's the steps, here's what she's looking for, here's the acceptance criteria. It was really well done. And he sent that back to her, and she went, "Oh, that's so good." She reread it. That's exactly what I wanted. I got to start using this AI. So there you go. He got another convert back into AI. We did talk a lot about the group where we talked a little bit about AI, whether we were worried about it replacing our jobs and stuff like that. And it was nice to hear nobody actually feels that way. Everybody feels like it may be one of those things where we can get more done with less, and they may not hire more people, but it made us more at ease, uh, helped us feel a little better. We talked about occasionally it being what where it makes things up, hallucinations. Sometimes it has, but with things like that, we know it's going to get better over time. It's going to just get better and better. But we were very pleased with it. So uh, I think that's everything I have for this. Oh, I I really hope that there's the context windows and the memory stuff gets a little more pervasive. Um, I will tell you with ChatGPT, that's one of my favorite things about it as opposed to Grok or Claude or Perplexity. I use all those guys. And they're the scenarios where it's really nice not to having to repeat a bunch of stuff or write stuff out to get it understanding what I need is nice. I'd say at least 25% of the time. So what can I say? Uh, it'll be nice as the AI becomes more like a coworker because it understands what you've said in the past than it just being a really good search engine that tells you, okay, here's the because the search engines used to send you to SourceForge or something that and show you like, oh yeah, somebody had a similar problem or somebody tried to make a similar change and here's what they did. There you go. So hopefully that'll work out. Anyways, that's all I have for right now. I just so again, uh, filtering was bad, censorship I did annoys me, especially stuff that's just so tight that some things are obvious, but sometimes the censorship is so vague that you just don't know your boundaries, and that annoys me. And then the other stuff where it's been great, I have appreciated it, I've enjoyed it, and I'm glad it's there. It is a tool that's going to keep expanding, and we're going to really enjoy it in the future. Right, Baloo? Yes, Baloo. You're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Pepper's a good girl. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.